the tyres to get fully warm and then go for it, because that's what he's doing now. Max,
and it's Karpushin and Benyat Fernandez, Ramadipa, Plump, Pugliese's felt. It's real go time. I can do this. So very impressive to see him claw his
fifth place rather than battling hammer and tongs at every corner with the guy
with him. But it doesn't take long for them to dissipate. Only about half a lap or so before he starts fighting.
Looked ahead and went for it, and he said, I'm going to do the same thing in race 2. Position.
That is quite a consistent thing for Keyless so far.
He wanted to save the shoulder as much as possible. Then over the last couple of laps, flying well, but then was rather caught up by some people who came into the weekend carrying a wrenched shoulder, and said that ready because the 28 of Maximo Chies comes up the inside. The David Gonzalez move really wasn't on the brakes, but anyway, he still 13 laps to go. They fan out across Anakin Place from David Gonzalez. Superb stuff.
Got a bit of a lip on some parts of the curbing as well, though, so it's definitely one of those.
Also carrying a sort of a small injury is Zen Latania. You're wrong anywhere there, otherwise you are going to lose a place.
And if you're quick enough, come with. If not, I'll see you at Parc Ferme.
And of course on the last lap there's green everywhere through this stuff.
To catch back on, they've got to do something very special. Morelli's doing what he did back,
using all the road and coming down to the final section, and this is where so
seconds adrift actually. That went up big time in the final.
Upe Chies is there as well as Moodley.
They have really pulled the pin big style as they cross race here in Le Mans, so that's good news.
And Peroni has a race so far.
Leading the way. That's where the long lap penalty lane is there, should anyone have well, Morelli has.
Well, that's right. I mean, as you say, it's doing to tail.
Now Le Mans all about hard break. Set personal best lap time last time around, was half a second quicker than
third place, having passed Chies. Moodley back to 5th. And the rest?
Yeah, 1.6 the second the gap was.
Tempted
Uriarte. Yes. That is a sensational start, isn't it?
Absolute. Superb. Just
the tyre wear will be a big factor in this race.
And Brian not allowing Marco Morelli or
this. Yeah, it is really, really hot out there. I mean, I might even responding. They're getting faster and faster, lap by lap. 144.9.
Chies has the advantage over fellow countryman Uriarte.
Fallen off the leading group. Oh, Morelli!
We almost lost Morelli.
Way back to the front.
And no bad thing at all. I just give a lap or two for those ahead of him.
Well, there we go. Smart lad. As we look back down the order, that's his way back through the field. It's like he has a bit of a switch in his brain of his.
So that is why, as much as anything, Zen is sitting there.
This year, he is not a great starter. It's almost as if the nerves get the better of him.
He said, I just close my mind to the pain, close my mind, more intent on leading. But now he has the front running for the first race. He just hung in the group, you know, because not a great first lap for Chies there. He got off the... He replayed that superbly. So now Zen Mitani is at the back of that group. Brian Uriarte goes for the lead, but can he hang on his own? He's lost it all.
Renaming Larry Lunge after that one, because that was brilliant.
But it was
a bit of a deterrent there too, a natural one anyways.
Right, so the inside goes Brian Uriarte to take and lose your position in the race order.
There is quite a bit of chaps.
That's right. Now, Benyat Fernandez, as I say, he's carrying a wrenched arm into the double right. You cannot afford to get a week
in Assen last year. He's just basically saying, I'm absolutely having
much is going to be crucial in this race. Through this right-hander and then the left-hand
sector alone. So this is a real chasing group. I don't think they're going to be... That's the line. Can't push in a full 2.5.
Uriarte right on his tail, but then also the 83 of Alvaro Cup.
Well then, they've really pulled any sort of infraction, but we see there's no jump starts this time around in the...
Isn't it? That gap is not huge. Morelli, the fastest lap for the
braking zones. We're about to come to one of the biggest as well, into Garage Vert. Peroni
to take second place from David Gonzalez, just cruise into second place. He's got to go after Veda.
Uriarte was
carrying a wrenched arm into this, also carrying a sort of the man in front of him, Veda Pratama, is the man who's challenging him for the cup, and they're only
saying, I'm absolutely having it. If you're quick enough, come with. If not, much faster here then.
Well, that's right. Now, you know,
real chasing group. I don't think they're going to be able to catch back on. They've got to do something very special. It's fascinating to see what they're going to be this time around, because I'm sure full 2.5 seconds adrift actually. Then so Gonzalez third, Danish fourth with Christian Daniel just there. Last time, well then, they've really pulled the pin, haven't they? Yeah, they have really pulled the pin. Zen, oh, what a shame that is, but what a great show.
Morelli, the fastest lap of the race so far.
Down, Peter.
Well, there's the second airbag use, isn't
Yeah,
it?
unfortunately, that is him to respond with 6 laps to go. Well, Morelli has.
He will, you know, hopefully learn from that, and he's going to follow.
You know, very, very strong rider. Set personal best lap time last time around. Comfortable for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was beautifully
Absolutely
done.
Brilliant.
Yeah, lit away from Karpushin and the rest.
Yeah, 1 point. Veda up into the lead, round the outside, breaking into
To get back on the tail there. Marco Morelli.
There he goes, just threading it through.
And Brian not allowing Moto3, and that was great to see him have his Grand Prix start. But here, 54 side by side down the back straight, ahead of the 34 of Zim.
Position just behind Leo Ramersdorfer, the local rider.
For him, but he's got that low gear, he can get the drive out.
So far, but look at, there we got Lennox for Mara.
Passes it Zenmitani to take up fourth place. Then bouncing back now and in third place.
So although he did manage to come away from
Way past any time. Bruno Riarte has been pushed back there 2 places. Then he had a second at Mugello, and then it just went away. Then over the last couple of laps, he said, I just closed my mind. You know, great to see David Gonzalez doing so well. He had that superb run shoulder, and said that in the first race, he just hung in the group,
later, throttle on a little bit earlier, and will they close the gap?
But yeah, anyway, he replayed that superbly. So now
Stevens pretty well. Who's going to, you know, push the boat out a little?
Superb stuff.
Going to rename him Larry Lunge after that one, because that was 0.4 of a second slower than Gonzalez and Danish were.
Small injury is Zenmitani. Oh, the inside goes right. 4 races remaining, so he cannot play a championship card here. And
I'll see you at Part Ferme, chaps.
That's right. Now, Benyat Fernandez here to say, he's obviously Brian Uriarte knows he doesn't have to win this race, but he also knows that
Morelli's doing what he did back in Assen last year. He's just basically, all the other riders would have seen how much they pulled on them and then gone, oh, we can go. That went up big time in the final sector alone. So this is around. The leaders were over a second quicker than the chase. Big start as they crossed the line. Can't push in. I think that was from him so far. Peter, I want to mention, we're seeing and out. What a shame. Turn 3 up at the top end. There it is.
I mean, as you say, it's doable, isn't it? That gap is not huge. Veda.
Oh, Zenmitani's gone down. Was half a second quicker than the leaders. So will he be able to...
you know, Brian Uriarte, I don't think he's going to be too upset by that. He's
6 the second the gap was last time around, but can't push in. Turn 4 doesn't go too wide. Gosh, that was so
superb. Just the 5 of them now. They really have
so carefully.
Had to be, really, didn't he? Too easy to make a mistake there. So, Marco Morelli or David Gonzalez to get away. He wants is the long lap penalty for the number 95. Tali through the super fast flat out right-hander. Dutchman.
Ooh, and a big slide off there, and Billy's doing what he did back in Assen last year. He's just basically saying it's making decent progress. I saw last time around when he crossed the line, 11th spot. I'm in the final sector alone, so this is a real chasing group. Ring with a 5th, which isn't too bad. Unfortunately, terrible news for the as they cross the line. Can't push in a full 2 points
in the race 2 at Mugello, and didn't have a good Saxon ring, but it's great to see him there in Aragon. 2 podiums, 2 thirds. It's doable, isn't it? That gap is not huge. Morelli
to this leading duo.
That's a battle. It's a superb battle out front, and it's, you know,
quicker than the leaders. So will he be able to respond with a bit more in these kind of conditions? Who's going to get faster? Break a little. Look at the gap was last time around, but can't push in. You know, very, very last time around. So we're now all in.
Just the 5 of them now. They really have split away and just cruise into second place. He's got to go after Veda.
Uriarte,
Morelli or David Gonzalez.